dance party if you do.
Have I not told the Toys R Us story recently?
I don't think so.
It's been a while, because I'm fuzzy on the details.
Maybe not this year. Maybe in the past.
All right. Sure, I'll tell the Toys R Us story.
I
Why
don't
not?
think I've ever heard this story.
Oh, really? Oh, this is fun. This is when Toys R Us tried to sue me.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, so in
Always
high
be a
school,
Toys R Us
I
kid.
made 3D animation because I couldn't afford a camera, but I had actually this is kind of funny because I was mentioning this to somebody earlier. The whole reason I got into making video is because of Myst, the computer game, because on the CD they had a making of like behind the scenes featurette. And they were like, yeah, we made everything in this program called Strata Studio or Strata 3D. There were 2 different versions of it, which is like an architectural drafting program. And I was like, wait, my dad does architecture stuff. And he had Strata on his computer. And I was like, oh, so I started like noodling around with it and I made 3D animations. And so I was like, oh, I need a name for my thing. I'll call myself Imaginarium Studios. Because why not? Because it's like, you know, when you start to make stuff, you're like, I'm gonna come up with a studio name, you know, and like, it's funny because like now, a bunch of us in the room have studio names for our personal projects, but there's like a period of time where it's like, I have to do everything right. That means I need a studio name, and then you go through a period of time where it's like, I really don't, and then it's like, well, legally it might not be a bad idea. Anyway, so it's called Imaginarium Studios. And I had imaginariumstudios.com. Don't bother going there. It doesn't exist anymore.
Toys R Us won after all!
So Imaginarium later became the name of the Toys R Us line of baby products. It was called like Imaginarium Kids or something. And so we get this letter from these lawyers in Quebec saying, you have to stop using that. It'll confuse the customers. Also, you have to give us your URL. And we were like, I don't think that's true. Now, this is a long time ago, right? And so like internet law, URL related stuff was not particularly known, certainly not by my parents, though my mom has picked up a lot of it now. She does like URL speculation.
Is this the genesis of your mom's like URL speculating?
I should
hobby?
ask her if that's what inspired her to start doing it. I don't know. Anyway, so this took like a year and a half to 2 years to get resolved because basically they would be like, they were like, stop using it and give us your URL. And we were like, what? And we went to a lawyer and talked to them, and they were like, that doesn't, what? No, what? And so and the thing from the Toys R Us lawyer was like, you have to respond in 3 weeks. And so we were like, crap. So we did it, sent it back to them, didn't hear anything. And then like 5 months later, they were like, no, you respond in 3 weeks. And we were like, well, what? And then, so we just went back and forth being like, you know, like, my name's not Gordon. I'm legally not old enough to sign this legal waiving of my rights I want. I don't think you can force us to give you the URL. Go away. And it just kept going back and forth where they were like, no, we will sue you. We're gonna sue you so hard. Don't even test us, buddy. And we went, no, don't. And then after like 2.5 years, we just stopped getting correspondence from them and they left us alone. Now, it would be funny to say, and now they're bankrupt, but Toys R Us Canada is actually doing fine. They're still, I like bought some of that junky, the dump truck bought some of that junky crud from them the other day. So
You maintain the illusion,
yeah,
Graham.
but I just,
This sends you the bit.
but I just stopped using, the name. And like my opening title, like animation, like even just used like the Cyan Worlds audio from their intro because I was like,
the logo, or is that an unrelated?
no, I don't know what that was. My none of these.
Oh, okay.
It's not like it was a particularly original name, Imaginarium Studios,
Why
but
are you doing spec work, Asku?
yeah. What domain did they want? It was imaginariumstudios.com because they were like, it'll be confusing. So yeah, that's the story of how Toys R Us tried to sue me, I guess. Tried to sue a minor.
Eat it, Jeffrey.
I'm still waiting for Bethesda to come after me for Fallout69.com.
I'm surprised, A, that they didn't have it, and B, that they haven't said anything.
I know.
Yeah. And good job, by the way.
Thank you.
So yeah, there you go. Oh, actually, sorry. So exactly as intended, it says, and now you're Bionic Trousers. The reason that happened is because when Paul and I finally incorporated and made it not just be what's called a limited partnership, which is that it's just, on paper, it just means that it's all personal income of Paul and myself, which is not a great way to operate a business. They needed a name to put down, and we didn't want to put down Loading Ready Run because we wanted to keep that as like, that's a brand of Bionic Trousers. And we're like, oh, we need a name. I don't know what we're going to do. And my mom was like, hey, I just got this URL. It's Bionic Trousers. Do you want it for anything funny? And we were like, that sounds great. And you have to have a name and then a descriptor. So that's why we're Bionic Trousers Media. And then so, haha, that's why. Yeah. So
Media's a great word for
yeah.
that.
Someone was like URL speculation, and yeah, it's that she'll like buy like garbage URL, or not garbage, but like URLs that people have like abandoned, and she'll like be like, oh, that one sounds like it'd be really good, and like buy them and then sell them for, I mean, ideally for profit, but.
I'm abandoning one soon if somebody wants it.
Really, which one?
Exposure.zone.
Exposure.zone?
Yeah, I was going to launch a cryptocurrency, but I
Nice.
never got around to it.
That's good.
I have to pay people in exposure.
That's
Very good.
Yeah.
That's very, very good.
I am absolutely desperate for the .play TLD to hit the internet. It never will. I'm pretty sure Google is sitting on it.
Oh yeah.
But I like my personal website for like work purposes is mattwiggins.work. And for my fun stuff, I want to do mattwiggins.play
Nice.
and have like the work and play. But Google has apparently decided that nobody gets to have .play.
So someone,
say no fun.
someone was asking, so that wasn't an intentional reference to Wallace and Gromit? No, not intentional, but that was part of why we liked it, because of the wrong trousers. Though what was funny is when we moved into Moonbase Delta, which was an office building, which was an office in the building owned by the Vancouver Island branch of the Canada Multiple Sclerosis Society. The other people in the building, when we first moved in, they were like, Bionic Trousers, do you do like, sort of like medical prosthetics? And we were like, oh no, we make butt jokes on the internet. I'm sorry.
Anyways, we're neighbors now.
Yeah, anyway, hi. They were great. They were very, very great. And then the building got sold, and then it was not great. Now we're in a better place.
What's up, Colin?